We got to get into this. We obviously are still disgusted with Kevin Stefanski, and we all know that he should be fired immediately. But we have to get to what Tennessee Titans D lineman Jeffery Simmons, who's a monster, a flat out beast. We have to get into the altercation that happened between he and Shedeur Sanders as he addressed it post game. And for those of you that don't know what happened, I'll show you before we even get into all of it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. So Jeffery Simmons got a sack on Shedeur and hit him with the wrist up. He hit him with the wrist up after the sack. All good, all good. But Shedeur Sanders remembered that when he completed his touchdown and made sure to find Jeffery Simmons. And then we're going to get into everything that happened after. Okay, you see 12, boom, touchdown, easy work. This is why you don't take him out on the goal line, Kevin Stefanski, Tommy Reese. Y'all both should be fired. Ridiculous. So after the touchdown, oh, look, he not even going over there. Everybody's over there celebrating. He not going to celebrate. He going to find Jeffery Simmons. I got to find you. Hold that. Hold that. Put the wrist up in his face. Yeah. They talking that talk. Now, obviously, the Tennessee Titans closed this game out with a victory over the Cleveland Browns, right? And we have to get into what Jeffery Simmons had to say about Shedeur Sanders in the post-game aftermath of all of this.
We all been just for a win. And, since week 5, we haven't had a win. So, Sayed talked about that last night. He talked to the defense. They actually got him from the defense, talk about how desperate, we've been feeling. And, it's a relief, another relief. I said it after the first time we got a win, but we late in the season, and it's hard to win in this league. On the road, that's a good environment. You had some distraction with the weather, some of the fans, but to be able to come out this game like this on the road, it's really good to be able to head back to Tennessee with a win.
How are you feeding off of the environment, Jeff? Seems like you're having a pretty good
I love it. I guess they didn't really know about me, but I'm gonna talk smack to them. Like, I play with so much passion. The joy that every time I step on that football field, I play with so much joy. It's a kid's game. Just because the fan give you the bird or whatever it may be, that kind of make me get going. Just this type of environment, it's the reason why you play the game of football. When you go into a hostile environment, they recognize where it need to be, but where I'm sure they wanted to be at, but they still showing up. They got a young quarterback who they stay behind right now, so it was fun.
He said they got a young quarterback that they are behind right now, and that's just not the fans. That's just not the fans. That is the players. The players on this team, from Myles Garrett, Quinshawn Judkins, Harold Fannin Jr. have rallied around Shedeur Sanders being at the helm. So Jeffery Simmons, no bad blood on the exchange with Shedeur Sanders. Just good football, heated competition, and that's all. We have to get to what Skip Bayless had to say about Kevin Stefanski. This is diabolical. And he was right. Look, Skip be out of pocket a lot of times, but when it comes to 12, he holds it down. And he was spot on about Kevin Stefanski and the sabotage job that has been going on with the Cleveland Browns since Shedeur Sanders' arrival in the town. Let's take a listen.
I'm going to say it again. Kevin Stefanski must be fired.
Skip. You go ahead, Skip. Go off, Skip. Come on now.
I'm going to say it again and again and again. Kevin Stefanski did not want Shedeur Sanders, didn't even want him in the 5th round. Kevin Stefanski has done everything in his power to keep Shedeur Sanders from succeeding in Cleveland as a 5th round pick against all odds. Even yanking Shedeur again for the potential tying 2-point conversion, going with the Wildcat.
I'm so sick of this Wildcat, wild dog. They stopped it earlier in the game. It looked awful. Why are you going back to it on the goal line for the 2-point conversion? I feel like this is a way to even the first game versus the Raiders, when Shedeur started, I didn't like that they went to that. I feel like you're trying to sabotage and keep him from completing touchdown passes in the red zone to keep his stats down. That's how I feel. Come on, man.
It was a disaster after Shedeur had shown again and again he's the answer in the red zone for the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders just played by far his best game as a pro. He just threw for 364 yards and 3 touchdowns and led the Browns in rushing and scored a rushing touchdown from 7 yards. Clutch, clutch, clutch. Just led an 80-yard drive in 7 plays to put them within striking distance, 31-29. Tying 2-point conversion after he had just thrown a short touchdown pass, a beautiful fade rainbow to the rookie Fannin to get the score to 31-23. He just showed you again and again what he can do. He's who Cleveland has been looking for, as he said before his first.
Yeah, this is what the game's been missing for Cleveland. This dude, as bad as this team is, everybody is tuned in to watch Shedeur Sanders, whether you love him or hate him. There's people tuned in that want to see him succeed, like myself, and there's a bunch of people that's tuned in that want to see him fail and fall flat on his face. But either way, the people are tuned in. When's the last time the Browns was must-see TV, where it's like, I don't care what game's on, I'm gonna have this Browns game on the TV, or I'm gonna have it right here on the miniature screen. I'm gonna have it on the laptop screen. I'm gonna have it on something for when 12 gets the ball. I want to be able to tap in and see how he's doing. When's the last time the Cleveland Browns been interesting like this? Come on, man. Come on now.
First start in Las Vegas, and Kevin Stefanski did it again. Kevin Stefanski just cost the Browns a tie, maybe an overtime. I don't know. The way Shedeur was operating, they surely would have won the game somehow, some way, because that's what Shedeur does. Shedeur just completely outplayed Cam Ward. I'm going to say it again. I said it before the draft. The Tennessee Titans should have taken Shedeur Sanders #1 overall.
Skip Bayless was saying Shedeur Sanders should be the #1 pick before the draft, as was Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper was also saying Shedeur Sanders is the #1 quarterback in this draft. He had been saying it, and Skip Bayless was right there as well. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think about all of this, guys. This Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share.